Hey Matt, it's Chewy, and it's time for your weekly update. And today, I guess I've done a lot of work on Chewy Plays. I don't know how much you've watched my channel or anything, but I guess the main thing I've been working on lately is coming up with a good recording schedule and, just coming up with a good amount of content to make throughout the week so people are entertained by, watching me do stuff. So yeah, I guess just a little background. Sundays, I post these weekly updates where I just update you on my life and such. And then Monday, I think I'm gonna start. I really want to do like a basic Nintendo video, but right now, I think my time's just gonna allow for doing a little bit of an Animal Crossing Let's Play. So Monday and Saturday will be a look at the town I'm currently working on. And then Tuesday, of course, is always the podcast. Wednesday is going to be, I'm changing Wednesday up a little bit. Stardew Valley is going to be a little bit different, mostly because I'm hoping to do like a multiplayer Let's Play for the game. And I've played almost the first week of that game, which happened over the course of a... shoot, I'm forgetting it. I don't know. I did it over the course of like the last 4 weeks or so. But for now, I think I'm gonna switch it up and start doing like maybe a happy home designer kind of thing. This week, people will notice it's a little bit different because it's not looking at that farm that I've been working on. It's actually giving a tour of the farm, my own like personal farm that I've been working on. And I don't know how much you know about Stardew Valley or the other games I'm talking about, but yeah, that's kind of how I'm changing that up. And then Thursday, I really want to do like an indie showcase type of thing. I've got another one on the way Thursday, but I also want to start doing kind of like, I don't know, maybe some video essays. I can talk about that a little later. But Friday is going to be, just a more, I guess, developed type of Animal Crossing video where I talk about like a topic that, I don't know, I guess I find interesting about Animal Crossing. And Saturday, yeah, like I said, it's just going to check in that town I've been working on again. So yeah, I've been working a lot on the channel, and then part of that is also kind of working on things that are video related. So Edwin and we've been going back and forth. He's been working on a lot of things. One, to just kind of like teach himself how to do these things, but the other is to, I said, put this on your resume. It's going to be awesome. You can say you did these things for Chewy Plays Nintendo, and it's awesome. So what he's worked on for me so far is a little intro animation, which I love. I kind of... for anybody who's seen it, the intro animation is very Animal Crossing inspired. A lot of the motions and the effects that I wanted done are from like Animal Crossing games like Wild World, City Folk. Yeah, and so it's very Animal Crossing inspired, and I've loved kind of like getting all his ideas and going, yeah, I like this, I don't like this. This works well. Can you extend this a little bit? I gave him a lot of different directions about like what I wanted. And hopefully it looks really good. The outro is great too. We went back and forth for a while because I was like, okay, it almost fits. This needs to be raised a little bit. There are a lot of, I guess, technical specifications in the sizing of those like exit cards, like kind of the outro little video things that they're not specified anywhere on YouTube. I kind of looked for a while and I was like, Edwin, I'm not finding it. I'm going to send you a screenshot. You can look at the screenshot and kind of, I don't know, measure it out that way. Maybe that works. But after messing with it for a while, he finally got some sizing that really works. Hopefully you like our little birds singing. They're not just yelling right now. They're doing nice little chirps. But anyway, so yeah, after a while we got it done. So now I've got a nice little outro video clip that is going to be much easier, because up until this point I would kind of like time out 20 seconds to try to end a video with, just to add, like a watch this video next or subscribe to my channel here. But now I have something official in that spot that I think is really nice. But yeah, I'm pretty excited to put those at the beginning and end of each video. It's going to take me a little bit more time editing wise, but totally worth it, especially because it's not the hardest thing to edit into it, and then it'll make the video feel more cohesive, more complete that way. So it's worth the extra little amount of time. It's not even that much time, so I am loving that. Another thing that I've been wanting to do lately, and I've been thinking about this a lot, is bringing back my Wild website. I think since I've started working on Chewy Plays Nintendo, I've grown quite a bit since I started doing this more seriously, or working a little bit harder, making videos for it, and that's great. I think my main goal, though, with Chewy Plays is always... I have a couple goals. One of them is, of course, to get to the point where I can be a Nintendo ambassador. And then hopefully they'll, just send me games to play and review for free, kind of show off on my channel. It'd be cool to be at that point. So essentially I wanted to fund kind of my hobby. I buy, pretty much most of the Nintendo games that come out from Nintendo. I buy them most of the time, right when they come out, and I play them and I have fun. And so it'd be nice to, just have them send them over and feel like, oh, this person's got a pretty good audience, and yeah, they can show this game off and it'll be cool. The other thing is, once I start making money on Chewy Plays, it'll, of course, some of it will go back to the channel, but other parts of it I really want to use to fund Wild. I guess I want Wild to grow, and I want to be able to, give part of me, one part I want to, give college students a chance to write for a site like this and, get paid for it instead of just being like a contributor. I know I've looked into doing this type of writing for other sites, and it tends to be a contributor spot. They can't really pay people for what they do, but they get experience. Hopefully that experience goes toward some sort of job at a bigger place, I don't know, IGN. That's huge. So it's kind of, I don't know, I guess I'm kind of against that, more being somebody who's been writing for a while and not making a lot off of it. It's I want people to feel like it's a better career option, and maybe it's not. I don't know, but for some people, they really care about writing about different things, so I want those people to find good money in it, and yeah, that's what I wanted to do. But as far as my ideas with Wild, I of course started the site kind of with the intention of writing about film and music, and I guess bringing it back, I'd probably start with music just because I've got a good backlog of things ready on that end. And the first thing I want to talk about is kind of bands that don't get too many listeners, just to give them a little bit more, I guess, exposure to people. I know... I've been in tons of bands before, and I know what it's like being a small band and virtually unknown. And there's some people who, they're kind of on the cusp of that. They're not quite known, but they're doing really great things, and I want them to, be heard, essentially. And so Wild, for anybody who doesn't know, the website is whatilikediscovering.com. And I want it to be a place of discovery, a place where people can find art and music and film and things that don't really get enough exposure, and they can just log in every day, see something cool, and be like, oh, that was awesome. Eventually, when I can write more for it, I would like it to be that. But for now, I think I'm just going to bring it back slowly, and my start is going to be talking about bands that don't get heard too often. But yeah, I'm just hoping to start with that. I've also talked to Edwin about this, and we want to do some more Wild podcasts. I know I have the Chewy Plays Nintendo Animal Crossing podcast, Haken, an Animal Crossing podcast, and I want to start doing some other types of podcasts that just Wild can handle. I guess I haven't thought of any ideas really quite yet. Edwin has some good ones. I won't I guess I won't share them here just in case. But yeah, Edwin's got some ideas. We've got some we've been talking about things that would be cool to talk about. But yeah, I think it would be fun to have like a whole array of wild podcasts, whether they be on music, on film, on just general life things. I think most of the ones that we've talked about have been general life things that I think would be interesting. But yeah, I guess I lately I've been listening to mostly like Nintendo type of content, Nintendo discussions and podcasts and that sort of thing. But I do love whenever the Nickelodeon Animation podcast comes back. That's one I definitely recommend. There's so many cool things, so many cool people that are on that podcast, and just talk with my guy Hector Navarro, who runs that podcast. And it also kind of spoils you because they have a lot of voice actors on the show, and you listen to that show and everything sounds so pristine, so nice, and people are so well spoken. And then you listen to another thing and you're like, wow, this doesn't sound as good. So it is kind of dangerous in that sense, because you get really high quality speakers, like just their voice quality, they don't do all these pauses that I do, and they are very consistent and they know what they're saying. But I don't know. It's a great podcast. I recommend checking it out. But yeah, that's been my week. I hope you've been having a good time, and I know you are now engaged, and I'm sure you've got a lot of things that you're always thinking about in that sense. But yeah, I hope you have a good week, and I will check in with you next time. Bye.